did cut off, but so to kind of go back to what I was saying, as far as the, when I was dealing with the narc, he actually had me write down things that I wanted for myself, like my goals and my dreams and the things that I was aspiring. And I now that I'm realizing, I'm like, oh my God, I was basically showing him and telling him what it is that I wanted, so he could actually mimic that back. He can mirror that back to me, you know, and pretend like, you know, he had interest in me, that he really cared about the things that I cared about, and, you know, that he was genuine, but he was literally just mimicking me and projecting that onto me, what I wanted to see. You know, it wasn't what he wanted or even had plans for, but it was just what the things that he wanted. So we just got to be careful, you know, about narcissism, love bombing, and all that kind of stuff. So, Molly, I did want to ask you, like, how were you able to overcome the love bombing? Like, how were you able to do that?
Well, obviously, after 19 years, it's I failed. I failed at the love bombing test. So I think what I do now is words don't woo me. You know, and I think that's very important. We cannot allow words to woo us.
Yeah.
Don't You don't have to stand out and you know, and challenge someone to a duel when they give you compliments, and you don't have to be disingenuous about receiving the compliments. But I would just say allow yourself the space to get to know the person in a healthy space, in a healthy way. Don't give too much too soon. You know, definitely nothing sexual until, you know, you feel more comfortable, because you know they're good. Like you said, he had you write down your vision, like literally a vision board.
And you
Because
know
when you
what's
said that, I was like, oh,
crazy?
that would be something cool to do with someone, so you can say, well, hey, okay, this is what you want to do, this is what I want to do. But like you said, they don't have any real goals. It's just about
Right.
mirroring and future faking.
Right.
Can't forget the future faking,
Man,
because that's
oh
what keeps
yeah.
the relationship going.
Yeah, and that's I made a video about that, and you know, honestly, Molly, it really, really had a bad effect on me, because I was just like, this dude literally just played me, or he really made me feel like, you know, we was gonna have a future, you know. And I'm like, because I will never forget this, and I mentioned this in my video as well. But I remember one time we was in the car, um, and I was, you know, was in transition and working on getting my life together and all that. He was like, yeah, you know, like once you get your place and everything, he's like, I'm looking for a girl just like yourself. You know, I see, you know, one day us being together. And I was like, okay. You know, and just that day on, I thought that, you know, and then out of nowhere, when I seen him with the new supply, and I'm like, okay, so was that just a lie, or were you just saying that just to kind of keep, you know, me as a source for you? So somebody to kind of, you know, give you accolation and attention, and you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just felt like betrayed, you know, point blank period, you know, and how I was able to overcome that, I had to understand what I was dealing with. I'm like, this is not a normal person. It's not a normal relationship.
Yeah.
I got to do my research. I need to get help. And I wasn't ashamed. Well, at first I was kind of ashamed. I'm not gonna lie, I was. But as far as, you know, me talking about it now, I'm just like, I'm more so empowered, because I'm just like, well, I went through this, and I'm sure like if I can share my story, it could definitely help someone else, because somebody else may be scared to speak up, or feeling like, well, I'm I'm weak to like need help, because I think a lot of us, not all, but some of us were like, oh, well, I shouldn't need help to get over someone. I should just be able to get on to the next person and just move on, you know, like it's nothing. But that's not the case with narcissists. It's different, you know. So I would say don't have a big ego in regards to that. Just get the help you need, be
Yeah.
humble, and you're going to be good.
I think you made a good point, because I will say, you know, speaking for the fellas, you know, when I was coming out of the relationship, and you know, I'm just trying to heal, like you said, I'm trying to get information, trying to build myself back up, build my self-worth and self-esteem back up. And you know, with guys, men, it's like, okay, you got to just get yourself out there, you know, just have no feelings, and just like, I'm like, that's the worst advice ever.
That is the worst.
You
And
know.
and the sad part about it, it's almost like the people that's closest to us are the ones that teach us that.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know, and
yeah.
so, like
I
a
had a
lot of
pimp or die. I had a pimp or die gang. I was like, no, man, I'm gonna take some time off. I'm gonna go on my own island. This is not pimp or die season. No.
man, like don't try to date somebody else all quick to make the narc jealous. And
Right.
because actually I want to make a video about this, but you cannot make the narcissist jealous. You can't, because they never cared about you in the first place. You know
Right.
what I mean?
I mean,
So
you
it's
can,
like,
as far as you being their possession, like if the relationship advances along, like, because again, I take no pride in saying, you know, I was a source of supply, but and it's not even but. I have a 20-year-old son, I have an 18-year-old son, and I have a 16-year-old daughter. So, what are the odds of this person that I was dealing with for 19 years finding someone that's going to put up with what I put up with? So, it's not necessarily the jealous of you're with someone, but they will, it's a competition more
it
than it
is.
is jealousy. So
It
they're
is.
going to look at whoever I'm with, or they're
Yeah.
going to look at whoever you're with, and you know, because they feel like that we belong to them.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because that's where you get the hoovering from. That's where you get the manipulation. That's where you get the control from. So you're absolutely right. It's not necessarily a jealousy, but it is a competition, which
Yeah.
is kind of like a little bit of jealousy, but for another reason.
I think it's just more so like they don't want to see you move on. You know, they don't want to see you happy. What they really want to do is like they want to see you miserable. They want to see you regret your decision, whether you left them or if they had to leave you. They want to make you feel bad for your decision. They want to make you feel guilty. And they don't want you to get over it. They always want you to be pining for them and missing them and thinking about what you did. Like they don't want you to have peace of mind. That's one of the things that I noticed about narc. And they want you to torture yourself, basically. You know, that pretty much that's what they want to do. And it's really sick. It's a sick thing. So I hope, you know, those that are listening understand that love bombing is not love. You know, it's not love. It's just something that narcissists do to get you as a supply, pretty much,
That's it.
basically, in order to use you in the long run. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think that was a good conversation, short yet effective.
Yes, and you guys will definitely be back. I'm sure there's so many things to talk about in regards to
Yes.
narcissists. But yes, stay away from them. Go no contact. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Cut them out.
Love bombing is not your friend.
It's
It is not your friend.
not. But yeah, you guys. So we're gonna head out of here. Thank y'all for tuning
Oh,
in.
before you
You know,
guys leave,
pleasure.
make sure you like the video. Make sure you
Yes,
subscribe to Mally Osage. Make sure you survive to Live Narc Free.
subscribe.
And I'm done.
That's it. All right, y'all take care. Have a good night. All right, peace.
All right. I can't. Did you unrecord or did you stop?
Hold on. Let's see.
I'm still recording. No, you're recording.
Okay.
Wait. I was not recording the whole time?
Oh, no, it says that you're recording the call. I think you have to press stop.
I can't.
Let's see.
I can't stop.
Let's see. All right, let's end the call and then I'll call you back.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.